everybody, Gary here with Pow Music. I hope you enjoyed that playthrough of Bill Withers' classic 2-chord Vamp on his song Use Me. So we're about to get into the lesson segment, but it kind of picks up in the middle of nowhere because this is actually an excerpt of a larger lesson on 8 classic 7th chord progressions. So if you want to see that full compilation video, links in the description. And if you want to download the tab to go along with this song and all those songs, that's on my Patreon page, also linked in the description. All right, let's get into the lesson. So next up, we've got Use Me by Bill Withers, which is such an awesome 2-chord groove. And this one goes from E minor 7 to A7. And really, this is just a 2-5 vamp. 2, 5 in the key of D. But it would be jazz. If we ever went to the 1, 2, 5, 1, then it would be really jazzy, right? But we never go to the 1. So really, it's an E Dorian vibe, because E minor ends up being the home chord, which is the 2 chord in the key of D. So it's kind of a modal jam, funky modal jam. And there's a lot of songs that use this progression, like Uptown Funk, Airplane by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, of course Oye Como Va by Santana, which I have a lesson on, and I'll link that in the description. Okay, cool. So it goes like this. And to get that rhythm, what I'm doing, I'm just keeping a 16th note funky strumming in the wrist. So this is just constant. And I'm muting the strings to get that percussive sound, but I'm holding the chord. So if I hold the chord and I play it, and then just lift up pressure, I get that mute, right? So, and I create rhythms just by deciding when to mute and when to press. But I keep that going, right? And then I'm doing this little embellishment where I play the bar and then hammer on the other notes of the chord. And then sometimes I'm doubling up on the 7th. So going, just to give a little, you know, so then I have this like, by going. And I'm varying the high and the low, right? Really just trying to imitate a drummer who's gonna go kick, kick, snare, kick, 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 snare, you know? I could do that same hammer-on thing here, right? Now Bill Withers, if you watch him live, there's like an acoustic concert, he goes, he really just plays the root and the minor third and like mutes out all the other strings. So he does like a, so for, you know, funk strumming, it's all about keeping a loose up and down wrist, muting strings you don't want to hear, and being able to switch between muting and letting the chord ring out. So this kind of funky strumming is actually the last workout and the last lesson and unit in my Super Strummer course. We start with the very beginning of strumming technique, and there's all these very simple guided strumming workouts that get progressively more difficult and faster, culminating in funky syncopated strumming similar to this on Use Me. So if you want to kind of take a step back and start from the beginning and the fundamentals, check out the Super Strummer course. I'll link that in the description with a discount code. Now, the reason why I made this video was to go along with Unit 10 in my Fret Live Fretboard Mastery program, which is on 7th chords. It's a 12-unit course that shows you how music works on the fretboard. We start with the very foundations of music theory, the chromatic scale, the 12 notes we have, thinking of those notes as intervals, using those intervals to create scales and chords, and each step of the way, there's a creative challenge and a song learning assignment, so with each unit, you could apply what you learn to actually create music and see how it works. Now, even though most of the content is pre-recorded Fret Live videos, there's quizzes, there's PDFs, and there's weekly live sessions and a private group where you share your assignments with 40 other classmates that are all getting access to the same unit 1 week at a time over 16 weeks. It's 12 units, but there's 3 break weeks just so everyone could kind of catch up, reflect on what they learned before going back at it. So at the time I'm posting this, the next one starts in a couple days on May 17th. If you can't make the live sessions, that's all right. I pre-record them, so you can still take advantage of all aspects of the course, even if the live sessions don't work out with your schedule. But I host one on a weekday evening and one on a weekend morning, just to accommodate different time zones, and you could choose which one works for you. I put a video together with some testimonials and a full kind of tour of everything that's inside the course, and I'll link that in the description as well. All right, everybody, happy playing, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Before I go, I just want to extend a big thank you to all of the POW Music patrons, and a special thank you to the following higher level patrons at patreon.com/POWmusic. Thank you to Alexander Pitterman, Andrew Vogel, Arwin Gu Zen, Cam Chernachan, Chris Watson, Chris Freeman, Daniel Small, Derek Mickle, Don Stringham, Donald James Grass, Joff Weathermax, Jim McCall, John Hartquist, John Cushman, Joseph McCarthy, Jurgen Schwartz, Newt Olive Wald, Noah Brand, Rich Mason, Ryan Helston, Sean Ellis, and Trampus Thompson. Thank you so much for making these lessons possible. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.